12's Bram Resnick is sitting down with a couple of political insiders to break it all down for us tonight. Hey, Bram.
Hey, we're joined by Julie Erfle, Democratic communications consultant who's worked on a few campaigns herself, and Christine Jones, former Republican candidate for governor who knows campaigns inside and out. Okay, we're going to try to get to your bullet points, what to watch tonight. You both agree on number one, the 8 o'clock vote dump. What's that going to look like?
Yeah, I think Republicans want to be anywhere 5 points or less of a spread. It's a really good night for the GOP, and I think the Democrats look at it a little differently.
Yeah, I think the Dems need to be up quite a bit, at least 8. I'd be comfortable with 10.
8 to 10 points.
I'd really like them to be up that high, only because we're seeing a large turnout today and we know that they favor Republicans. So I do think the Democrats need a pretty comfortable spread for the first drop.
A large Republican turnout today, large Democratic turnout in the early balloting. Right. Ticket splitting, what are you looking at?
Well, I think one thing to look for is whether Republicans were willing to vote down the line and then pick one candidate who was not in their party. So say, for example, Mark Finchem is one where I've heard people talking about maybe splitting their ticket. I think that's something to look for. Also,
splitting the ticket in the sense of not voting for him?
That's right.
Voting for Adrian Fontes, the Democrat.
Voting for Adrian Fontes for that particular race. And you might see a little bit with Mark Kelly.
Ballot props, you really are interested in that.
I'm very interested because, of course, that has kind of gone by the wayside. We haven't heard much about the propositions because, of course, all the air in the room is about the candidates. But we have 3 props in particular that are about direct democracy, about the right to initiative, about what could potentially weaken the initiative process even more than it already has. We also have Prop 308, which is about dreamers. And that one, I think, is going to say a lot about where the Arizona electorate is at.
That's going to be a real litmus test. Lastly, congressional districts. We have some important races on the ballot.
I do. I think we want to look at the early dump. I hate to call it a dump, but the
ballot
early,
drop.
The early ballot drop.
It's like a Christmas.
Yes, it's like a Christmas present for us who think of this as Christmas Day. To see, is it possible that the Republicans flip the congressional delegation back to a congressional majority for the Republicans, maybe even potentially to 6-3? And I'm personally looking at the Greg Stanton race in CD4.
That's one to watch.
To see where he falls in that early number.
Okay, got to end it there. Sorry, Julie. We'll hear more from Julie Erfle and Christine Jones a little later. Let's send it back to you guys.